Hello, and welcome to our Shasta College tutorial on SAP. To find our SAP policy, you'll want to click on the search bar and type in the letters SAP. This will pull up the link for our Satisfactory Academic Progress policy. Once you click on this link, it will take you to our SAP policy. SAP stands for Satisfactory Academic Progress. These are the standards that the federal government requires us to uphold to remain in compliance as a FAFSA and state-approved school that is able to disperse financial aid awards. There are three main requirements to maintain SAP. First, you must maintain a minimum of a 2.0 cumulative GPA. Cumulative means all of your grades from all semesters that you have attended at Shasta College, not just the current semester you're in. The second standard is PACE. You must complete a minimum of 67% of all cumulative completed units versus attempted units. To explain PACE very simply, I'm going to use this example to calculate PACE for a semester. Let's say you are a student that is enrolled in math, English, art, and science. In this example, all four of these classes are 3-unit classes. If you complete all 4 classes with a D or higher, you will be at 100% PACE. Now, if you withdrew or failed one of these classes, that would take your PACE down to 75%. If you did not complete or failed 2 classes, that will take you down to a 50% PACE. If you didn't complete or failed 3 classes, that would take you down to a 25% PACE. In this example, you could only withdraw or fail 1 class to meet PACE requirements for that semester. Please also note that for PACE, a D grade does count toward completed units, but it will negatively impact your GPA. Our third requirement is quantitative. You must complete your certificate or degree within the allotted number of units that is provided. Most majors require about 60 units to complete. We provide you with 90 units. That's an extra 30 units of wiggle room to be able to retake a class, change your major, or if you took a class in error that doesn't go towards your major. Once you go over those 90 units, you will no longer be eligible for financial aid. However, you can appeal for more units. Your appeal will be considered based on your statement of extenuating circumstances and the supporting documentation you provide. In most cases, you are always able to appeal. However, there is one circumstance in which you cannot appeal. There is also something called lifetime eligibility used. You are allowed a total of 6 years of Pell. If you exceed this, you will no longer be eligible for Pell. You may still be eligible for loans and state grants, but Pell is limited to a total of 6 years. Now that we understand SAP, I will explain the different statuses that can apply to students. The first one that we will go over is satisfactory. This is when a student has met all 3 SAP standards and is in good standing. The second status is warning status. This is when a student has fallen either below the 2.0 GPA minimum or has fallen below the 67% PACE standard, or both. After the second semester, if a student has fallen below that 2.0 GPA or the 67% PACE standard, they will become ineligible. So a student can have a really good semester following a warning status, but if that semester is not sufficient enough to bring up their cumulative GPA to a 2.0 or a 67% PACE standard or higher, they will become ineligible. Finally, there is the maximum time frame warning status. This warning status is to let the student know that they are nearing the amount of units to complete their degree. When a student has attempted 70% of units out of the 90 units allowed for their major, the warning status will kick in, and they will receive an email letting them know that they are in warning status for maximum time frame. This warning is to help inform students that they are close to running out of units and to make sure that they're sticking to their ed plan and are only taking classes necessary to complete their degree. Once they have reached 90 units, the student will become ineligible and will either need to complete their degree without federal and state financial aid assistance or will need to submit an appeal for more units. And this concludes our presentation on SAP. If you have any additional questions, you can reach out to us at financialaid@shastacollege.edu or give us a call at 530-242-7650. If you're an EOPS student, you can reach out to us at eops@shastacollege.edu or give us a call at 530-242-7540. Thank you so much for your time, and we hope you have a great semester.